All right, should be live. Hopefully all the audio and all that good stuff is working correctly. So I'm just going to hop into this bit of VOD analysis real quick for intensity. So this is Ryu versus Link. Best of 3, starting on Smashville, standard stuff. Link looks like he's running UGG boots in that skin, so that's a little unfortunate. So a couple things about this matchup. First and foremost, Link is throwing shit at you the whole game, which, I mean, I obviously don't have to tell you that, but basically what he wants to do is he wants to throw that kind of stuff to get you to commit to a jump and either hit you while like you're kind of in jump squat or rising with like aerial angled boomerangs and things like that, or he wants you to do some kind of an unsafe overcommittal towards him. So like if you're doing a double jump and you're going towards him, you're committed to that trajectory so he can pivot and grab you or pivot and forward tilt you or something like that relatively safely without exposing himself to risk. So you want to approach slowly and deliberately without committing yourself. Because once you get in Link's immediate zone, so this general area from like about here in, he doesn't have options at this point. He can try to grab you, he can try to jab you, things like that, but they don't have very good frame data, and he doesn't really have that great of follow-ups. So this is the kind of threat zone that you want to be in, and he's going to try to run away from you so that you're coming in like about here, and he could just smack you. So I'm going to try to point out when you're doing unsafe approaches and what you should be doing. Ideally, you want to try to use your back air, short hop, fast fall back air as much as you can, but only single hop, because as soon as you double jump, he knows. Falling there is good, but you have to be close to him to do it. Otherwise, he's going to read it a little easier, or he'll just run away and pivot something at you. Fair, okay. Link's out of shield options aren't good. So hitting his shield is usually pretty safe. So let's jump in. Okay, so jumping right off the bat, grabbing a bomb is okay. But if you're going forward with it, it's going to put you in enough like lag that he's going to be able to hit you. You did a rising fair, not a bad idea. Rising fair is going to link into a second rising fair and then maybe do an up air. So decent approach. Okay, bomb confirm at a jab. All right. That would not have killed him. If you're at low percent and he's off stage, if he's at 24%, it's not going to kill him. So don't like bother at that percent unless he has blown his jump already. I don't think he'd blown his jump there yet. If he did blow his jump for some reason, then that makes sense. But otherwise, Link also doesn't have very good options for getting back on stage. He can either do any of the standard get up options, or he can do a fall off rising Zair or fall off rising fair, both of which are unsafe on shield if you're right there. So standing there and shielding, or standing there and up tilting and then shielding, all are really good ways to punish Link. Okay, protect. He's blown up by his own bomb, not that, and then he misses the edge. Okay, that was a punish opportunity. I'm sure you already knew that. Here, you could do, if you ran all the way across, you could have done a rising sweet nair to a dare, I believe. It probably wouldn't have killed, but it's good damage. Other than that, I mean, even a light forward tilt into kind of a 50-50 situation would be good there too. Just pressure the edge. Links will actually miss with that more often than you'd think, because every once in a while they'll catch someone with it and it looks good. So early on the nair, you have to be landing as you hit the nair for it to be safe on shield. He also power shielded it, so there it didn't matter. But in the future, he shouldn't be able to grab you like that. 3D focus attack. Link loves to catch landings, so you have to be really careful. His ledge traps aren't that great, so just go to the edge. Because almost all of the good stuff he's going to get off of ledge trap situations are hard reads. He's going to charge a forward smash or something like that, or maybe poke you with a down tilt if you're hanging on the edge or something. But Link's up smash is going to hit right through focus attack. It's going to kill you reasonably early, and it does a lot of damage, even if it's not going to kill you. So be a little bit more aware of that. Back throw, okay. You should, If it's not going to send him off stage, down throw, because the follow-ups are a little bit easier and you get more 50-50s off of it. It's much easier to trap their landing. Back throw is good for getting them off stage if you're going to ledge trap Link. Okay, falling back here. Yep. So that was fine. Obviously, good punish. The only thing, I don't know if you do this ordinarily, so I'll make a note of it if you do it differently beforehand. But as soon as you connect with the punch, you can dash cancel it towards them, which gives you more frames to act and try to figure out how you want to punish them. So just something to think about. But good punish. Know though that you had to do, I believe, 3 up tilts before you dared him. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 up tilts. Most like high mid level players and up are going to be able to SDI that so that will sour spot. So be aware of that. But if you're playing a mid level or below player, then they probably won't. So that's fine. I don't know if that was a read that you had on the situation or not. Just be aware of that. Good punish. That's why you down throw. I mean, obviously later on you didn't have guaranteed follow-ups, but that was good. You have 2 options basically when they space something on your shield that's unsafe but outside of shield grab range. You can punish with something like you did if it's so laggy that you have all the time in the world, but if you don't, then you down smash, and you should down smash on reaction almost every time someone hits your shield at that distance, because it does like 15 or 16%, something like that. So it's good damage, and it conditions them to not approach you with those type of aerials, which means they'll come in closer, which means you get things like out of shield up B, shield grab, out of shield nair, stuff like that. Or they'll try to play further away from you, which also helps you corner them. So think about kind of the mind games of what you want to condition out of them. Okay, good up smash. You're greedy a little bit. Whenever you're in this zone, you always want to hop and try to get over. But anytime you do that, you're committing with your double jump. So what I like to do sometimes is hop over, dash can FADC back, and then Tatsu to ledge. All of that is a little bit slow, but sometimes they'll commit in, and when you have someone who's slow like Link, they are not going to be able to react to it. You also could just fall down and shore you up, but whatever you kind of want to do. Tatsuing from this angle will cover right here a little bit, so if he tries something funky, then it could hit him, but okay. This is exactly what I'm talking about with the spacing stuff. So he put what Link mains like to call C4, which is just having a bomb on the ground. He put that here, which conditioned you to jump over it. And so he just spaced an aerial and fell with you so that no matter what option you picked, you were going to get hit. In that situation, I believe you could have fared. Okay, so he throws C4. So he hits you with a nair because he faded up past your aerial range and then just came down with it. This is why you just have to be careful with your approaches. You found some early success with like approaching with focus attack, which is okay in this matchup. As long as you don't get grabbed, that's what you really want to avoid. But if you would have back aired, you may have hit him. It just gives you that extra little bit of range. You don't want to get nair happy in these kind of spacing matchups. Okay, down throw. That's never going to connect, so that was bad for me. That's happened to me plenty of times. I'm assuming that's not what you meant to do. You could have gotten a nair string from there if you fast fall the nairs. Okay, that's good. Using your double jump to just get around him is pretty good because Lynx will frequently charge smash attacks or something like that, anticipating that you'll drop down on them. So that kind of stuff is fine. Weird jump. So if you have him on the ledge here and you're up tilting, first of all, you perfect shielded his up tilt and then just jumped. anytime you perfect shield something at that kind of range, you have all the time in the world to hit them. You could take 2 steps and up tilt him, which you could do up tilt Nair Dare, I think, and kill him. Or you could have just done a down smash if you're not sure that you had the ability to. But anytime you have someone on the corner, like right here, don't jump unless you're fading backwards and trying to like fast fall a back air or something like that. But this is a trap. Anytime you have someone on the ledge here, you're trapping. That's what's got to be on your mind. So you've got to be covering spot dodge and roll in are 2 huge ones, and then not committing too hard to your offensive options so that he can't get out of there with some kind of a wild attack. But by jumping, you kind of alleviated the pressure and let him get out of it. And then you followed him, so you knew that he was going to roll in after that, which is good, but you didn't fully commit to the read. Okay, get up attack. That was unsafe. I think he should have died for that. No, I mean, he's not quite at 0% yet. Yeah, he could have... You're naring out of shield a little bit too much. That's just an up tilt. That also could have been an up tilt. Hard jab works there too. Okay, you let him get back to the ledge for free again. That's what I'm telling you. It's dangerous to approach with focused attack because you end up getting grabbed. That was creepy. Okay. Couple things. First of all, you still didn't dash cancel the focused attack. Be aware of that. Second thing, when you're punishing someone out of focused attack with a Shoryu that you want to kill them with, use jab Shoryu if possible. The easiest way to do jab Shoryu is going to be to flick the C-stick to a diagonal and then input the Shoryu, just so that way it's going to cancel it as quick as possible. Because jab Shoryu has the lowest SDI multiplier on it, so he's not going to be able to get it to sour spot. Down tilt Shoryu is easier and also works a little bit more reliably. Up tilt Shoryu actually sour spots the most. So just be cognizant of that when you're planning out your focused attack punishes. Okay. Down air can't 2-frame. So don't do that on ledge. Just stand there and up tilt. Back airs. You're jumping in too much. And getting very greedy with the focus attacks. Yeah. Okay. Jab's not safe on shield, so don't use that too much, but it's fine to mix in every time. Again, with the trying to 2-frame the down. Okay, jabs to catch your... Okay, yeah. That's not going to work when he has rage. Okay, good punish. When he has rage, that's not going to work. Okay, so you won the first game, which means he got counterpick. He counterpicked to FD. I think FD is pretty neutral in this matchup. To be honest, a lot of the stages give both Link and Ryu good things, because Link kills off the top early too, so Town and City isn't so bad for him. Battlefield helps him live long and kill with rage off the side, which is something that Ryu has a little hard of a time doing, but it also gives Ryu angles to get around projectiles. But you really haven't been getting hit with projectiles that much. It's really just been you overcommitting with jumps. So. Okay. Don't up tilt at 0%, because you just don't get as much off of it. If you're going to tomahawk and then tilt, down tilt's faster. Down tilt's frame 2, up tilt is frame 4, I believe. Plus you get down tilt to Tatsu confirm, which is going to do like 35%. It's super freaking good. I mean, that's pretty much it. Other than that, though, if you do get an up tilt just because you're autopiloting or whatever, it's not a big deal. You can do up tilt, grab, down throw, which you tried to do there, but you misspaced it. You can also do up tilt, down tilt, hard down tilt Tatsu. That works too. It's just a little bit slower. So it's kind of, you have options there, and I think you probably would hit that confirm more often than not. It's just, you know, something to think about. Okay, pivot forward tilt. Pivot forward tilt's really good for Link in this matchup. Why does he keep using up smash? Okay, right here. That probably was supposed to be. I would just hard up tilt there, to be honest, but just because of his angle. But that probably was supposed to be in Nair, and you just misinputted it on the C stick or something. Nair would have worked better, but here you're not facing him. You read that he's going to do an unsafe tilt out of shield. Sour spot fair, super good. Especially because when you drift away, like through them with a down air, it's really hard to follow up. Which you saw because your spacing wasn't in range for okay. You're doing a better job now not jumping in, which is good. Okay, greedy focus attack. You need to dash cancel that quicker. There's your sour fair, but if you get a sour fair and you're not in range to follow it up with a rising nair, just hard up tilt. You can get an up air some of the time, but it's harder to space. So it's hard up tilt is a little bit of a like I don't know what else to do option. Don't jump out of the corner. Don't jump out of the corner against Link. You can jump air dodge out of the corner against Link because he doesn't fade back with aerials very often. You can sit there and shield because he's not going to be able to kill you with a grab. Don't roll and don't just try to run through him because you'll just get hit by nonsense. But yeah. Why would he down there? Okay. You're being greedy with your landing. He didn't punish you because you did a better job dash canceling. You're being greedy. He doesn't have a double jump. Okay. Just fade back. Follow his. Whenever he doesn't have a double jump, you want to try to follow his fall range so that you can trap him. Because one of the things that you can do is if you throw out an up air or a nair, then you have the ability to act faster than he does out of his air dodge if he dodges the initial move. So then you can do like nair nair or up tilt nair, and then you'll just knock him back out, and suddenly he's further out there without a double jump. So that's how you're going to want to trap him. So you're doing a better job staying grounded. You're doing a better job mixing in some walking. You're still kind of popping a little bit in place. Ideal. Okay. He's noticing that you're just running at him, so that's why he's throwing you. Don't ever charge a smash attack that early when he's off stage. He's just announcing how they can get up off the ledge for free. You have to punish Link when he's on the edge and you're standing on the stage. Okay. Both of those things. So he gets on stage. Down smash. That stacks a fine punish there. You've done that. You need to mix up your edge guards because you've done that 4 or 5 times by now. He's going to be looking for it. That's part of the reason you want to only mix that in as a mix up too. The runoff dare, because it does expose you a little bit, and he did a pretty good job punishing it there. It was a little bit of a weird situation, so I don't know that it happened again, but yeah, okay. Well, it just did happen again, so maybe not. Hadokens are pretty good for getting on the ledge easily. Links usually tech roll away in my experience, so try to space around that. Jump early, don't focus attack. I don't know if that was on purpose, but it worked. Shakus aren't very good in this matchup. Well, Hadokens in general aren't very good in this matchup. His projectiles just beat yours. Yeah. Just every time Link down throws you, jump as soon as possible. So this was a lot of you getting a little too ballsy with your approaches. And see, even there, you're basically landing on top of him. So anytime you're trying to land, think about how you want to cover it. Do you think he's going to try to hit you during your landing? If so, throw out an aerial, a back air or a forward air, because there's a disjoint on the end of both of those moves that'll protect you. If it's a single hit, then you can land with focus attack, but you have to mix that up. You can't do it too often or you'll get grabbed. If it's a grab, throw out an aerial. Also, you can move back and forth. So over here by mixing in dash cancels. If you do one, it'll stall your momentum, and if you do the second one, it won't stall your momentum. You'll just drop, which sometimes messes with people's timing. So mix in those kind of options. Your landings and the fact that your approaches were like very, very direct is kind of what lost you this game. Look up turnaround cancels, abbreviations TAC, if you're not familiar with that. That is a little bit of a neutral tool that's really good for Ryu, so be cognizant of that. Okay, you counterpick to FD now. I wouldn't have, just because, one, this Link has already demonstrated that he's comfortable on the stage. Two, you are not killing off the side. Almost all your kills have been Shoryus, which is fine, but it means that FD isn't going to help you very much in that department. So, Town and City, okay, we probably banned it because most people don't want to deal with it against Ryu. Don't go to Dreamland. That's your worst stage in this matchup. It's your worst stage in most matchups. Battlefield is okay for you as long as you're good at platform movement. If you're not good at platform movement, spend a couple hours in training mode just doing nothing but running around on platforms and figuring out how to get on and off of them quickly. Lilat is actually pretty good for you in this matchup. It's kind of hard to get through the projectiles, but the platforms make it a little easier, and you have more angles for nair to dare strings if that's something that you're able to do. I think that covers all the legal stages, but FD is fine. I mean, like I said earlier, it's a pretty neutral stage, so if you're most comfortable on it, that's fine. Just whatever you want to do. Okay, another Rising Fair. You've opened with that 2 out of the 3 games. Fair. I open it with it a lot too, though. It's just really good. Okay. Up, tilt. Top 2, okay. You could have down smash after the second gen. Okay. What? Why? The only way you get to punish off the down air is if he techs in place. That was okay. It looks stylish though, so whatever you want to do. I probably would have up aired there, because you're at too high percent to get an air to dare string. So I probably would have up aired there and just started some up air juggles. Ryu's good at catching Link's landings because you can spot dodge or focus attack if he's a little bit too aggressive with a dare. And he just doesn't have any mobility options. So, and then you're charging a forward smash, which if this hits him, I'm going to be shocked. But if it doesn't, I might expect him to roll in. If he does, you might be able to buffer a Shoryu for that like goofy bait that some Ryus do. But all in all, you kind of just went a little nuts. Okay, you both just missed, and then he missed a grab. You may have actually been able to Shoryu him anyway. No, I wouldn't have reached. Or I think it would have reached, but it would have sour spotted. And then you missed a grab. Almost every time people miss things like that, they're going to roll. So be cognizant of that. Good shield. Okay, well you tried to do what I just said, but he used his double jump. And as soon as he used his double jump, you got dash cancel that. Down smash. Down smash. Could have also been a down smash. Okay. That could have been it if you would have Shoryu'd instead of up smashing. See there, he got very discombobulated. He just tried to roll away from the focus attack, and you followed it with a dash cancel well, but then he just got to that works. He should not boomerang in your face. Every time he does that, he should be very damaged for it. Okay, well that time you're running through him. Rising fair. He's calling out your jumps now. Okay, back throw there is fine because you're getting him off stage. But again, you tried to run off dare. Stop trying to run off dare so much. That was super committal. Don't ever double jump in like that. Okay, you're overusing focus attack. That could have been a up tilt and air dare string. Up tilt forward air would be damage, so it's not that big of a list opportunity. Do you have a plan at the edge? Because you rolled over there, and some Ryus like to roll over there with shield and then get down tilts because it'll cover neutral get up, some people's get up attacks, and fall off options. But you kind of just chilled, so I don't know. Be cognizant of that. Okay, should be an up throw. Oh, he's just gonna fumble too much. Okay. That was cheesy. I actually don't hate the Hadoken there, believe it or not. Hadoken kind of like stalls people's momentum and makes them do weird things because it's a little jarring, I think, to get hit by. And then you did a run-off back air, which was a decent mix-up from your run-off dare, but again, you're giving up stage control. So, closing comments, I would say stop using focus attack so much when you land. Use it a little bit more as a mix-up. If you're going to use it, dash cancel it earlier sometimes. Learn ledge traps. So here are a couple ledge trap scenarios for you. If you're standing at the very edge and up tilting, he can't neutral get up, he can't ledge jump. He sometimes can't even fall off and get it on with an option. If he tries to do a fall off rising Zair, he'll get hit. So that's one. There's another one where you space yourself back from the edge a little bit. Say, I just want the stage. Say like here, so that you could hit him with a hard jab if he does neutral get up or get up attack. But if he does roll get up, then you just jump, fast fall, sour spot fair, nair, dare. So he's still dead. And then you can just jump and do a landing trap if he does the ledge jump option. So there's that. You can focus attack on the ledge to try to bait some kind of a roll or a get up attack or something like that. So be a little bit more aware of ledge traps. Down smash out of shield is really good. Learn to use it. Get a little bit better with your up tilt confirms. Up tilt nair is really good because you can turn that into a string. It can end with nair to dare, it can end with nair shoryu, or it can end with RAR nair back air, all of which are good options for you. Oh, and when you have stage control, particularly when he's on a corner and you have stage control, so you're over here and he's somewhere over here, be a little bit more patient. You don't need to jump. Just poke with up tilts, poke with down tilts, poke with down smash, stuff like that, and get him to try to commit to a roll primarily because people love to do that, or a spot dodge or something like that you can just kill him with. But those are I would say, the big comments. You're pretty solid. You have good fundamentals for spacing, and you have a good awareness of mixing up your options in neutral, generally speaking. It's just clean up your punish game a little bit, clean up your ledge game a little bit, and clean up some of your disadvantage stuff, which is hard because focus attack's rewarding enough that you kind of want to use it. But I would say those are the big comments I would have. I'm happy to go over more videos if you'd like. Just, send them to me whenever you'd like, and I can do some on stream too. But yeah, thanks for playing.